kicking off the big project that we got going on here. This is going to take a while, but I'm just going to get right into it. We got a nice big 80-pound bag of Quikrete. Got a bucket, some boards, and 3 gallons of water at the moment. What I'm going to do is mix up the Quikrete. I'm going to lay a slab down right in the bottom of the stock tank. And then I'm going to grab a board and press it on top of that layer of Quikrete. And then this little area here I'll just fill in with, extra Quikrete. But I'm going to press it down, lay another slab across, press it down again with another board, and I'll keep doing that until it's the height that I want. And then after that, I'm going to put a bunch of Quikrete on the front here so there won't be any boards showing in the water side. And, I could completely seal it so the boards aren't going to touch water or land, but it's fine if they touch the land because it's not going to do anything, and should be fine for that. But I'm going to do a time lapse, going to mix up the Quikrete here real quick, add the water, and get started on this thing. I'm really interested to see how this goes. I really don't know how I'm going to do this without it spilling everywhere. 80-pound bag, so it's not the lightest thing in the world. I didn't think about all the dust. Crap. Probably should have done that outside. It's not too late. So I'm going to pour it outside. I'm really glad I did that because if I poured it in here, I probably would have actually died. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Going to mix this up and see how it goes so far. So it's been just about 24 hours, and this concrete is now completely dry, and it looks pretty good so far. Now I would like to point out, I bought silicone. I'm going to use the entire bottle on these edges here. As you can see, this flexes. So the concrete itself is not watertight here. The bottom probably isn't that bad, but the sides definitely need silicone to keep water in this side and not leaking into the land. I'm really glad I had these boards propped up like this to keep the concrete how I wanted it, and I was able to pull them out while it was still drying, and now it's completely flat in there. But I'm gonna start mixing up another bucket. I'm gonna add another layer on top of this so the water can be a little deeper. I'd like it to be maybe on top of this line here, that'll be that. Concrete is all finished, and it looks really good here. It looks really good. The camera can't pick it up, but there's like a lot of really cool texture on the concrete, and I mean it's real nice. This log here is solid on there. I put that into the water side. I think it'd be really cool, especially when there's sand in here. But I was thinking down the road, depending on the size of the box turtles that are going to be in here, I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to have a snake neck turtle living in the water side? The box turtles are going to be in and out, water, water land. The snake neck would just be the water side. I think that'd be really cool. Let me know what you guys think. Snake necks are one of my favorite species ever. And here is the back side. Looks really cool. And actually, I should get a tape measure and measure to see how deep it'll be. Alright, grab the tape measure. Put it over here. Looks like it's gonna be just about 9 inches deep. Not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty good depth. So right now I'm gonna get silicone and use the entire tube on the sides. That is what's gonna keep the water on this side and not leaking on to here. So wish me luck on that. Let's hope it works. So here it is now, looking amazing. Got the silicone in on the sides, as you can see. I put it on thick, which is why it's got all these grooves and stuff. It doesn't look the best, but I use the entire tube just around these here. If I sound different, it's because I have like a sinus cold. That's why. But it's been about a week since I siliconed it, so the concrete is 100% cured. The silicone is 100% cured. I mean, I think it's gonna work good. So I have the first bucket of water here. I'm going to be bucketing the water in until it's the depth that I want it. And I'm doing that because I want to know exactly how much water is in the water area. So maybe later on I'll add sand. It just depends. But for right now, I think I'm just going to leave it bare and, see how it works. So just fill into the water. I need to do this first because if there's any leaks, I'll still have time to take the water out, get more silicone and reseal it. But I think, or I hope it will be okay. Aww. So as you saw in that time lapse, water started leaking through. And it wasn't like just the edges. It was through this hole here in the board. It was like through the top of the boards. So somehow the water was going through the concrete. I don't know if that's just because I'm inexperienced or what, but it was strange. So I got some Flex Seal, and if this doesn't do the trick, nothing will. We all know the power of Flex Seal, so I'm just going to jump right into it. So I sprayed it on, used the whole can, and the next morning when I checked on it, there were so many holes left, I was going to need to buy at least 2 more cans. So I went out and I bought this cheap pond liner here, and that's what's going to be using to keep the water in. And since I had that log propped up in the concrete, I had to level that out, so I got some silicone and just siliconed some river rocks on there, and it is working just fine.
So in order for me to get the depth of dirt that I want, I had to get this big block of peat moss. I don't recommend using this as a substrate alone. You should always mix it with something. But I'm going to layer a good few inches in the bottom, bring in some topsoil, and then put some eco earth on top of that. So this is just for depth, and if a turtle were to ever lay eggs in here, then this would also be good for holding humidity. I just want to touch on the dirt. I had that peat moss. I also mixed 3 bags of organic topsoil, and that's what that is. It's not the straight peat moss. I was going to put eco earth on top, but I actually decided it looked fine and it's really functional without the eco earth. So I thought I will hold off on the eco earth unless I absolutely need it, and if I don't, then it'll just be the peat moss and organic potting soil. So now I'm putting in the plants, all our turtles safe, putting in the little log hide, and I wanted to keep the land area a little bit more planted because that's what it would be like in their natural range. And now I'm just setting up an easy access ramp for the turtles so they can get in and out with no problems. So here is finally the enclosure pretty much done. It's turtle ready. That's what I would consider it being. It's not completely done because there are some things I still want to do to it. Fish, obviously. Gonna get some mollies and platies in there. And then I'd like to have more of a better cork or log, that's what I'm looking for. Log hide in there for the turtle in the future turtles, but there are plenty of hiding spaces in here. See this plant here? It's covering up the whole backside. They can hide under all these plants. That's why I got them. They're very broad-leafed, very expansive when it comes to their size, so they can hide under this a lot. And of course, Jackie, my smaller Malaysian right now, can go under that log, and also they can bury. They like to bury in the dirt, and it's pretty deep. It's about probably a foot deep, so that's going to be pretty exciting. Hopefully we'll get some eggs from the Malaysians, but here it is right now. Now guys, wouldn't it be the coolest thing in the world have a snake neck turtle living in here? Get a power sun, heat and UVB bulb, and stick it like right on the log so he can bask on the log just like a normal turtle would. But here it is. Got the fluval. Let's see if I still have the box. No, I don't. That's a fluval. Don't remember the exact specifics of it, but it's good up to 60 gallons, and it's perfect because I measured it, and this is actually exactly 60 gallons, which is a really good water depth. I mean, that's a decent amount of water in this enclosure for the Malaysians. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is still just their indoor enclosure. When summer hits, they're all going to go outside, just like they do every year, and their outdoor enclosure is obviously so much better than this because it's bigger, it's more natural, better water area, and it's going to be awesome. So, you know what I say? Let's get Jackie in here, see how she likes it. So here is Jackie, my current Malaysian box here. Move her into the light. You can see her better. She's currently the only one I have. I'm going to be getting more. I'm going to be breeding these guys, hopefully. Hopefully they'll become a staple on the YouTube channel. But here she is. I told her that she was going to have to just hang in there with the eastern boxes until I could get her enclosure finished, which pretty nice, I do have to say so myself. So she's a female. Hopefully going to be getting her some friends. Cool thing about her, you see like the little ring here. I can't really point it out, but right here, this ring, that's all new growth from her since I've got her. When I had her, or when I bought her, she didn't have that ring, and now she does, so she's been growing quite a bit. So we're gonna put her in here. I also switched out the logs. That's a homemade one that I received from another great YouTuber. I'll put his channel in the link in the description below. So we're gonna just watch. I wanna watch her go into the water. She wants to hide first. I just wanna put her over here. A little nervous. That's to be expected. Whole new enclosure here. I think you would like to be in the water, wouldn't you? No, I guess not. Well, there she goes. Under the bromeliad. And I'll keep an eye on her, and whenever she decides to go in the water, I will record it.